So hello Cancer and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy and I'm going to be doing the reading for you today. It is for May 2019 and it is a general reading, so take it as it resonates for you. Always remember energies are fluid, gender's fluid, roles can be reversed, so take it how it makes sense. Alright, my personal disclaimer is I do use profanity and talk about adult things on the channel, so if you have children around or just don't appreciate that kind of language respectfully, you can click off now. So Cancer, what is going on with you for May 2019? Cancer. The perspective has shifted. You are not waiting around anymore. You're in search of your wish fulfillment. You're accepting that everything you know could be wrong. You're walking away from arguments and confrontations. And clarify that for me. Okay. Okay. So you're seeing things very differently than you used to. Cancer. All right, we're starting out with the Hanged Man. This Jupiter retrograde, because this is the symbol of Jupiter. It's in the reverse, you know, this is the Hanged Man. So it's Jupiter retrograde, and this is what this is all about. This is about looking things in hindsight and seeing it from a different perspective, and how that perspective is kind of like a lucky break. You know, when you start to look at the past with fresh eyes, you reach this kind of enlightened state where you're like, aha, now I get it. All right, now I get the lesson. Because you were waiting around for something. You know, something was, it's always like so close and yet so far. Like you could touch it, you could smell it, but it's you can't have it. You know, it's like so close and so far. And this is with the energy you've been in. And now the wish is being fulfilled, right? With this Nine of Cups, the wish is being fulfilled. You might not realize it, but it is, you know, and I say you don't realize it because, like I said, we have the Tower, and this is the Chariot card, Cancer. So you might have, you know, down here, this is the Chariot that crashed into the Tower. So, I mean, this is us, Cancer is down here. I'm Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. You know, so you might have crashed headfirst into something and was like, oh. You know, like, geez, yeah, I didn't really want to face that, or I kind of maybe sensed that it was coming, but maybe not like that. You know what I mean? Like this wish fulfillment's coming and you're like, oh shit, so that's how it comes. This is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta walk away from. Okay. You know, and that's the energy that I'm kind of picking up for May. Like, you're seeing things in a different way. You're not waiting around for stuff anymore. Like, you know this wish is coming in because you've been antsy, right? I'm getting this feeling of antsy. Because, like, you're seeing things differently. Maybe you've been seeing things differently, and you've been antsy, waiting for things to shift, knowing this wish is coming true, and you just don't know how, don't know when, and then all of a sudden it strikes, and it's like, oh, shit, it's like that. Okay. All right, universe. You know, touche for my impatience kind of thing. I mean, given it had you stagnating for quite a while, let's not get it twisted. This is something that was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, right? Something that seemed like it was making no progress, knowing that there was something to be hopeful for. And then, boom, you get this realization, right? Crashed right into it. Boom. And everything changes, right? The Tower, everything changes. And so there's certain things that you're walking away from, certain battles, certain fears, you know, certain things in the mind, because this is the Swords. Something you've decided, like a battle that you've just decided to move forward and walk away from. Now, with that said, you know what? Matter of fact, let me pull one clarifier for those cards for that message, because I have a couple other ones sitting over here that's separate. So give me one more clarifying card for those 5. Yeah, you realize what was getting in your path, and while everything else is burning around you, you know, you can't be bothered with other people's falsities. You can't be bothered, like, with all their crap out there. You know, like, you're safer in your own setting, you know, doing what you want to do. You know, you're looking at their walls and their guidelines and their conditions, and you're like, that doesn't, you know, those things don't work for me. Like in the past, those things didn't work for you. And so now you're in this position of, okay, I ran smack dab into exactly what I needed to run into, you know, and I'm not in this feeling of trying to find my place, right? Because it's like you're this old soul energy. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. Really, I paused at exactly 5:55. So, confirmation from the universe, you know, you aren't dealing with things that are affecting your energy. You know, if it's like their drama, their healing, their problems, like their walls that they built, like it's not your fault that they are not on your level, you know, and they're still deceiving themselves, lying to themselves, you know, being used, taking advantage of other people, like that's their drama, you know, and you're too old for this shit, you know, you're wiser than that. You don't want any part of it. And I think that's the big thing. Like if you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you've decided to walk away from something, like there's this huge realization that it's just not where you need to be at the end of the day. You know, there's something that you just don't need to be there. And I think that has a lot to do with this person. All right, this is the King of Cups. This is someone who is emotionally stoic. They have deep feelings. They don't talk about deep feelings. They internalize their deep feelings. Okay. And when we have this awakening, when you realize that things can change in an instant, right? You don't have time for people who are guarded, who are focusing on all the negatives. They're always looking at the negatives. And now they're having like this wake up moment, like this moment, like, okay, I see the light now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I see the path now. And you know, they're turning away their own demons, you know, they're grounding their own energy. Like they're starting to come into their own awakening. And I feel like with this tower, I'm also hearing like, don't let it stop your momentum. Like when people maybe reveal truths and they're going through their healing process, like don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. You know, you don't have to take that fight. You don't have to pick that challenge to pursue. You know, you are coming out of a space where you are waiting and waiting and waiting for something, and it's finally about to show up. So it's almost like the resistance, right? The resistance is coming to try and shake you, right? To try and stop you dead in your tracks. And it's like some things you just don't have to pick that battle with the universe. Like, nope, not today, Satan, not today. Nope. Because you know it's coming. Like you've been seeing things differently and you've been waiting a long time. You know what I mean? 9:09 on the clock. Like things are completing, like coming full circle. Like don't let the resistance, the temptation hold you up just because someone might be having an awakening moment of their own. Okay? So, Chakra Insight Oracle, what is the focus the universe has for your healing in May? So that by the time May is done, you'll have healed that. Inner child and guidance. Yeah, this is the Sun card right here. healing your inner child, following your authentic path, you know, being playful, lighthearted, you know, looking at the divine with wonder, knowing there's a reason for everything, moving forward, you know, not getting caught up in other people's heavy energies. You know, it's not your circus, not your monkeys, you know, that kind of thing. You're following, you know, this is the crown chakra. This is guidance from your highest, you know, this is support, love, you're getting the signs, you're getting the direction, you know, this could, I mean, I feel like there's a certain pull, especially with the retrogrades going on now, like Pluto and Saturn's going to go at the end of the month, you know, going into May. So, you know, we have all these extra retrogrades, and I feel like this is one last tug from the universe to kind of pull you back into that karmic energy, you know, where you might repeat a cycle. And as long as you're following your authenticity, as long as you're listening to your own inner light, your own inner like GPS, like your inner guidance system, and you're confidently trusting in what you're feeling resonates with you and what you're doing, and not getting caught up in other people's shit, like you're too old for that shit. It doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter what your relationship to them is, it doesn't matter how long you've known them, it doesn't matter if they're older than you, younger than you, it doesn't matter. You work with them, you're related to them, like you've been friends with them, you're in a social circle with them, like it doesn't matter. If they're bringing drama or heavy energies, it's like, not today, right? Not today, Satan, not today. I don't have any energy for that. Nope. Nope. And that's it, you know, and that's like the putting the foot down with May's energy Cancer. Yeah, I feel like you ain't taking no prisoners. I think you've waited long enough. I think you've waited long enough. So with that said, everybody, I hope that helps you out as far as what's coming in for May. If you want more of the insights and the breakdown on a week-by-week basis, you can find me in the Zodiac Extendeds group on Facebook. All the information's in the description. Until next time, guys, love and light. Bye.